Okay, what's up, you guys? Common Man Review back here. I've been off for a few days, but I am back. So, been seeing a lot in the comments. You guys are talking about we need to sign a running back. We need a running back. We need a running back. Pretty much is what I've heard. And while I do agree that running back is in fact a need of ours, I don't think it's as big a need as a lot of our other positions of need, and I'm going to give you guys a few reasons why. First guy is Cameron Artis-payne. I'm not even going to talk about Christian McCaffrey because we know what he is, and we're going to get what we get out of him, and he's obviously going to be the featured back, but I meant to preface this video in that we're talking about guys to replace Jonathan Stewart, not do what Christian McCaffrey does. So we don't really need two backs for the same kind on our team. We've done better when we've had a back like McCaffrey who can catch the ball out of the backfield and is a really just shifty running back. And then we need a more downhill runner like Jonathan Stewart was. So, first things first, Cameron Artis-payne is going to get his shot to replace Christian McCaffrey. It's inevitable. It's what we drafted him for, and he has steadily developed into someone who shows the kind of promise that he could do that. He's not gonna, rush for 1,300 yards next year because he won't get used like that. We're trying to do a by committee type thing at running back, and he's obviously going to get the first crack at that because he's earned that chance by now. He was, at one point in time, the leading rusher in the SEC for a year. Put up over 1,400 yards rushing and 10-plus touchdowns. He's just a pretty good, solid power running back. He gets downhill. He's got pretty good vision, and he's steady with the football. That's a lot of what you can say out of him, and he's consistent in the pass blocking game. But other than that, that's really the only guy that's currently in the NFL who's going to get a crack at the Panthers power back job, because there aren't any free agents on the market right now that I would trust putting in the backfield with Christian McCaffrey. Doug Martin, when he's healthy, he's prone to getting in trouble off the field. Adrian Peterson is going to be 34 next year, and that's the whole reason we got rid of Stewart. And just and other than that, guys, there's no real names at free agency that are worth looking at running back. Thomas Rawls, he's a depth guy. I think he had a sort of breakout few games with Seattle, but never really did anything else with it. But I'm going to run down a list of some guys that we did visit with in various stages of the offseason so far. I would like to see us take a back in the second to third round. That's where the most talented are going to be. But I do think there are going to be day one starters available later on in the draft that are going to be there for us, and I'd like to see us take. So the first guy that I've been hearing the most about and that I feel like probably going to fit the best with what we need from him is going to be Nick Chubb out of Georgia. He's one of our 30 that we brought in for an official visit, and rumor has it that he likes the agency and he wants to be part of that, but he suffered a major knee injury in college. It was a gruesome injury. Hated it for him. But, he's slowly been regaining that form. But if you've watched any of my past videos, you know how I feel about an ACL injury or any kind of muscle-based injury, that muscle is never going to quite be as good as it was. Now, he did put up 22 reps at the bench press on the combine and ran a 4.5 area 40. And those are really good numbers for a power back. I do need to see some sort of, kind of improvement in the pass blocking game. He was pretty good at it at Georgia, but he wasn't asked to do it a whole lot. He shows decent hands out of the backfield, but, like I said, he is what he is. He's a power runner, and he's going to get downhill, and he's going to hit one hole, and he's going to run through anybody that tries to stop him. That's his game. And that's all well and good, but, some of the other guys down in this list, they have some better attributes than that I feel like could benefit us more. But I feel like just as far as fits go, Chubb is probably the purest, best fit for us in that position. The next guy the Panthers are really high on is Nyheim Hines from North Carolina State. They went and talked to him at his pro day. I watched this kid's highlights for maybe 20 minutes today, and I fell in love with the guy. He is he's extremely fast. He ran a 4.38 at his combine day, and he just runs angry. He's got good vision, but when he hits a hole, he hits it like it was somebody who owed him money. He's a converted wide receiver, and that's really his specialty. He could sort of take some of the pressure off McCaffrey in the passing game because, McCaffrey caught 80 passes last year. That is an unreal number for a running back that should probably be a whole lot lower that Nyheim Hines can help. And, man, we could put these two guys on the field together, have McCaffrey in the backfield, and have Hines run on sweeps, and defenses aren't going to know what to do. It's combinations like that that are just tantalizing, and if he's there, in the mid to late rounds, that is a pick we need to make. But moving on, another running back from Georgia who I like better than Chubb, but he's got sort of the same concerns with me as far as the knee and the pass protection. He did suffer a torn ACL in college. It's Sony Michel, by the way. He did suffer a torn ACL in college. Not a pretty thing to see. But he shows a little bit better vision than Chubb does. He sort of picks and chooses where he wants to go, and then he hits the hole. He actually matched Chubb's bench press number from the combine, which I thought was impressive because I thought he was going to be a more faster, elusive back, which, he is, and he runs a lot faster in pads than the 4.5 number he posted at the combine. But, like I said, he's incredibly strong, too, so that's he's got that going for him. He is like I said, he's sort of a choosy runner. He picks and chooses where he wants to go. And he's more the receiving back out of the two. He caught a lot more screens than Chubb did. Artis-payne is the back from San Diego State that everyone has been buzzing about. He's a big back, but he did run a 4.46 at his combine. We have met with him twice now. He is on our private list of 30 invites. Plus, we met with him at his pro day. So this is a guy the Panthers have a lot of interest in. He underwhelmed a little bit at his bench press day with 13 reps, but watch his film, guys. He plays so much stronger than 13 reps. He runs through tackles like it's nobody's business, and then when he hits a hole, he hits it with the kind of burst that he can break off a 70-yard touchdown if he can get into the secondary and break some tackles. I would personally love to see this guy suiting up with us next year, and I think he would immediately, even if Artis-payne did win that power back job, I think he would be a guy who would immediately take reps away from McCaffrey and Artis-payne because he would be that good in our scheme. And from what I can gather, there are no real injury concerns with him either, so that is a major plus as far as this year's crop of running backs goes. And then the last guy we visited with is Jalen Samuels. There's been a lot of talk about him playing some tight end in pro ball. I'm not sure about that. Everything I've gathered, he is a running back, through and through. We did speak to him at his pro day along with Nyheim Hines, and I don't hear as much interest in him as I do Hines, just because he doesn't really fit what the Panthers are looking for in a running back. He's a little on the slower end, but nonetheless, any of these guys could fill in and likely get a significant amount of carries day one. Any of them. They're all extremely pro ready, and I would have faith in any of them lining up in our backfield. But right now, the three guys that they seem to be showing the most interest in is Chubb, Hines, and Artis-payne. If we could get one, even two of those guys, I would be extremely happy. We would have our running back situation addressed for years to come. That would take a whole lot of pressure off of Cam Newton. And if I have any Georgia fans and the subscribers, let me know. If I'm mistaken, did Michelle or Chubb, didn't they alternate out at the Wild Dog quarterback? If you guys will let me know that, because that would be another huge advantage we would have with those guys we could even get all three of them on the field. Have Chubb at running back, have Chubb at quarterback, have McCaffrey at running back, and then have Hines taking a sweep. That's a dangerous combination right there. But yeah, this has been Comment Review. I'll see you guys in the next one.